Good afternoon, YouTube. It's Kero here from Camp Zero in southeast Queensland. Nice balmy day, 33 degrees. You've probably noticed a little bead of sweat around my neck the last few videos. It's bloody hot. And today we're expecting very, very mild winds from the east-northeast, so it's blowing in from the coast, but it's also really humid and hot over there, so we're getting all this stinking air. And it's cloudy, the sun peeks through every now and then, so all of the humidity is trapped on the ground here. It's stinking hot. It's not good, but I'm loving it because today we begin putting the rubber on the road, as so to speak. You will see me this fella, hey baby dog and boy, my boy is fixated on this tennis ball. This is Bono, and he's basically umbilically attached to me. He goes everywhere I go. He does everything I do except build computers, and he wants to get down, don't you, boy? You ready? Go! Get him! So if you see me doing this quite often through the video, it's not because I've got a twitch or something. Haven't got any problems up here, you know. It's just my dog wants to engage, and as soon as I start talking, he'll start going crazy. So what we're doing today, we're building a computer. Now, total mess here on the bench, so let's clean it up a bit. Firstly, I guess the things that we won't be using today, get rid of them. Get rid of the power supply for the case, put them down there. The fan and radiator and pump for the liquid cool system on the CPU, we're going to take it out of the box and just hold it up against the motherboard and just see which way it wants to orient itself, because that makes me decide where I'm putting it in the case. So we'll come back to that. Today will be about the motherboard. I'm starting to handle things a bit more gently. You saw me throwing things around yesterday. Well, that's got to stop. And we'll also be putting the CPU in, and beside the CPU we'll be also putting the random access memory, which is the RAM. I'm going to go through just quickly the price in Australian dollars. Today is the 10th of October 2017, and these are the current prices that I could get them parts for, and they're retail. I wasn't done any favours. So the Strix Z270H gaming motherboard from Asus came in at $232.44. Nice and gentle. The Intel Core i7, now glasses, is i7 7700K, Core i7 quad-core CPU, socket 1151, and I can't read all that. CPU came at $454.72. The RAM is Corsair Vengeance LPX, and there's two 8GB sticks in there, so there's 16 gigabytes of 2133 megahertz DDR4 RAM. Came in at $208.08. I don't know where they get the 8 cents from. They could just deduct it and round it down. That'd be handy. The case, I'm not going to drag it out. You saw it yesterday. Big black Corsair case over there. $76.13. And power supply. This power supply is also from Corsair. It's the VX650, 650 watts, cost $84.25. So that's the going rate. You probably come back to this video or stumble across this video in years to come and think, how the hell did you pay that much for that? Well, most of these components have been released this year, so it's relatively current. Although the CPU I know is up to a year old, but it's been superseded and they built. Oh, I just hit a bottle. What it is what it is. It's the best price I could get at the moment, and I did shop around, but I use a supplier called Umart, umart.com.au, and they're brilliant. They've got a PC build page where you just go through component by component. You know, you click on motherboard and it brings up all their motherboard range, which is pages and pages and pages of them, and you can pick out what you want. There's a bar against each item to see how much stock they've got, or whether you have to put it on back order. Basically they're a brilliant company, and even after I put in the order, they were on to me with emails straight away, and there were some components that were not compatible, and they suggested good components that were perfect. There were some components that were out of date or out of stock or end of line, and they told me that, and I just said, okay, well, let's get up to date with it, and I upgraded all of those components. Paid, I think in the end, through the whole system, I only paid an extra $200, and we replaced and upgraded so many components. It was great. So they don't leave you in the lurch when you order your system. They contact you and communicate with you and guide you through the whole step, and these guys really know their shit, eh? And they live and work and breathe it every day, so it was really good to have that interaction and come up with something in the end that I'm very confident with, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it all come together. So Umart, I can't be more vocal in my praise for them. They're absolutely brilliant company, and they're here on the coast, just up the road. They've got 4 stores, or at least 4 that I know of, around Brisbane and the 2 coasts. And you know, that's Umart. I'll stop there. So that's the price of everything that can go. I'm clearing off my bench bit by bit, because you want to end up with very little. The RAM can stay with me over there. The CPU can go over there. The only tools I'm using, I was going to use my fantastic waiters tool, but I don't want to be cutting into boxes with that, so that can go. I'm just going to use the Leatherman, just the multi-tool, and that gives me everything if I want it. I've got my pliers, needle nose pliers. The case can go away. I've had this tool since 1995, and have had absolutely no issues with it whatsoever. It's been everywhere with me, done everything with me. It's still, you know, got flex. It hasn't bent, it hasn't twisted. It's tight. It's positive. You know, everything's good about it. And the only tool I'm likely to use, I think I decided, was this one. I won't go into what's in this tool. It's not a tool analysis. Just use this to open the boxes. It's quite sharp. Motherboard, let's go. Are we ready? I didn't even need my tool. Put my tool away. Out comes the board. And there it is right there. I'll pop him down for a moment. Just go through the case candy. We've got one SATA cable, two SATA cables. Got the back panel to go into the case. I'm going to put these back in the box. We've got a little plate to go over the CPU. I think they call this a CPU installation tool. I don't need it. Little bag of screws. They look like 2 screws and 2 risers. I'll just come in. Look at me shaking. Don't know what they're for. All will become clear. I think they're to do with the M.2 SSD slots, but I'll look into it. This here, it's in a checkered bag, so I can't really see through it. Oh yeah, that's the bridge for your 2 graphics cards, if you run 2 graphics cards side by side. Nice of them to put that in, because they're not supplying graphics cards, so I guess they just want you to get it right, you know, they want things to work. And it's mighty generous, thank you. Sticker, actually the Republic ROG, Republic of Gamers, I think it is. I don't think it's Republic of Gaming. Things to stick everywhere, branding. Another coupon for something. 20% off cable mod cables, whatever. That DVD will be all your drivers. I don't need it today because I'm not configuring anything, but you've got the user guide. I've already downloaded that online. I've been reading it for the past week. So I might reference that, but I don't think I will. And because I know what I'm doing. This is a quick start. Got your motherboard layout. Got your CPU installation, your fan installation, your DRAM, or your RAM installation. There's lots of words and stuff. Words and which that's not even Australian. That's some other country. Oh no, it's not. It's Australian. Whatever. Quick start guide. I've already read the manual, so I think the quick start guide will already be inside my head. I hope so. So everybody here, except for you, and that panel, and the quick start guide. Oh, there's this. You can all stay down. All that is Strix, the choice of champions. It's a sticker. Oh, it's 4 stickers, 5 stickers, which I presume go on your case if you want to brag about what you've got underneath the bonnet. All designed and marketed towards a different generation to me, but I get it, you know. It is exciting, and it all looks pretty spunky. So I'm going to use this box. I'll just check. As far as anti-static precautions, I'm wearing rubber flip-flops. They're actually synthetic, but whatever. I am standing on carpet, so I've got to be careful there. I'm sitting on a padded vinyl chair, stool. This is a 1-inch pine lid of a box. The box is all pine. It's fibro on the inside. It's got rubber wheels, if that's any help. I've got the option to touch metal objects that are grounded, and I'll do that right now. Just grounding out on my computer case, anything shiny. It's ultimately connected to the power supply, is connected to power, is connected to earth. I wouldn't say these systems are bulletproof, but you know, you can never be too sure. Okay, open, no stickers, no seals, just straight out. So what this guy is going to do, bang. I can't help myself, hey. It's going straight onto his anti-static bag. I think he'll go that way. And that's my board. It's a little bit different to how they advertised it. Not quite the same as the pictures. What about this front? Maybe it is. You know, camera angles can be deceiving. Straight in with my CPU. Okay. This is sealed. And there's the seal right there. You know, a nice short little tool that doesn't go in and harm the components. I'm going to go this way. That's it. I hate it when that happens. I did hear a little beep coming out of my camera, and it was a notice that I'd run out of memory. So I just went over and downloaded all the file and wiped the memory card in the camera. And I've just come back and I remember where we were up to, and I've just shown you this little CPU here from Intel. So we can get right to and install that. So I'm going to change the camera angle. Bear with me, I'm not going to turn off. Okay, I think that should do it. I'm not going to zoom in because I might zoom in a little bit, see what happens. That's about all I'm prepared to zoom in. Okay, here we go. Touch wood, touch metal, ground yourself. I think we're all good. The dog's here. This processor is going to go right here on the board. So what we do, this lever, it's the socket 1151. Out she comes, flip, flop. Okay, and when we're finished we put that back down. This black thing here, sorry, I've got to put the right, this black plastic thing here will pop itself off once we're in. I'll leave that on. You can pop it off now, but There's something satisfying about having that come off when you finish. Now we're looking for two things. Two things. First thing is we're looking for the little triangle which denotes the corner. I think it's there, but I might have to double check that. I think it's there. Let me just get my magnifying glass. La 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 la. Hello. I'm such an old fart, aren't I? Can't hear, can't see. Just looking, that looks like it. Looking. No. My eyes are telling me that that corner is the mark. Now what you'll find on the CPU is that one of the corners has that same mark, and I'm looking on the front of it, the back of it. So you look in here at the dot, that's a triangle, that's a dot, and that's a dot. So the triangle should line up with this spot. He drops in, and cross our fingers, hope to get it right. Before I power this up, I'm going to go back to the manual. Actually, let me go there now, because I know the orientation of the board. Quick start guide. See, I thought I wouldn't need it. I know exactly where the spot is on the processor. Will you shut, please? No, okay. Let's just go in here. CPU installation. Have a look. With that flap opened away from you, the corner mark is the correct corner that I just identified, and I got it right on the CPU because I had a look. There was only one triangle. So folks, I amaze myself. Some days, you know, I'm just incredible. We'll pick him up, we won't drag him. Pop him down. Okay, this is when that little black cap is supposed to come off. So we do that. That's all nice and dandy. I'll do it this way because you're looking from over there. Have to do it like this. There it goes. Did you see that? I don't know. I'm not doing it again. You just lock off your retaining arm. It goes there. Boom. That's done. Okay? Nice and simple. I probably made it a bit harder than I should have, but they say that you really should scare yourself at least once a day, and I tend to live out 3 or 4 days in one day. I'm fucking always scaring myself. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. they're the RAM slots. I guess they're nominated A1, A2, A3, A4, and all I've been told from reading the documents and manuals for a week waiting for this system to arrive is that when you're doing them in pairs, you're going to put them in A2 and B2. Okay, so if this is 1 over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to put them in 2 and 4. Okay, and then when I buy some more of this shit, I'll fill up the other slots. But this will work. I've got no idea which way it's oriented, but I think the logo goes that way. So let's start. Oh yeah, pop this down. Sorry, camera angle. Pop that down. Pop that down. There used to be one on this end, but they don't do that for this board. So you just zoom him in here, right across. Maybe it's the other way. Oh yeah, put that end in first. And come across here. Pop that end down. Now you go click. That's not working. So everything comes out. I'll try flipping him around, I don't know. Well, Mr. Stupid, I just hope I didn't do any damage there, because this stuff isn't bulletproof, hey, like you got to take a hell of a lot of care. But that was a really positive click, and it's not showing up any gold terminals or anything like that. I should have put this one in first. So we go in that end first. Slot him down, and then we go click and click, click. That retaining lever goes back in, and that's your RAM. That'll work. So folks, this is where I leave you. We just installed the CPU, we just installed the RAM. Few things around this board. There's two headers there for your fans, and you've got another one right here, so you can choose, but they will be for your cooling system, and you can put your pump into one and your fan into the other one, or if you'd rather put your pump over here, that's cool, and then you can use that for another fan. This is the top of the computer here, so I might have a fan there and a fan there. The fan here will cool my RAM and also pull air off my motherboard, off my CPU. So we'll see. Those three headers right there will provide all the cooling for this area that I have. You can probably look up the manual online. There's 6 SATA connectors here. I don't know if you can see this end of the board. I think you can. This is a really motherfucking long piece of M.2 drives, SSD drive I guess you call them. I think they are anyhow. There's another shorter one. So you can have 2 boot drives, or a boot drive and some other drive, before you even worry about putting SATA drives in and mechanical drives or anything. But these can all be SSD as well, so you don't actually have to have any mechanical parts apart from the fans. Graphics, 16 times or 16 whatever, blah blah blah. You can run 2 of them, brings it down to 8. there's 1, 2, 3 of those, so one of those, 2 of those, these little ones here, 3 of those. That's all your sound over there. I'll just spin him around and show you the back panel. All your connectors, USB 3.1, USB 3.1, USB 2, got some more USB, USB 3, plenty of shit, eh? Like all stuff for extending your sound, audio. Little header there. Anyhow, it's, you know, it is what it is. I'm just going to pop him up like this, and I hope you can see the controls, the outputs. HDMI, couple of USB 3.1, couple of USB 2, couple of USB 3.0, couple more USB. Actually, these aren't USB, are they? They're some sort of graphics. I know you can have 3 monitors running, so that'll be some sort of monitor output. I think they're advertising 8.1 sound or 7.1 or something like that. There's your splitter for Sony Philips digital interface. Pretty flash little RJ45 LAN port. It's supposed to be pretty snappy, as good as you can get at the moment. So I think I'll have enough on there to keep me interested. That's not to mention the controls on the front of the computer case as well. That I think they're USB 3.0s up there. I'll read that little book and find out. Okay, YouTube, so I was going to end it here, but what I'll do is I'll quickly and have a look at the mess on my bench. It happened so quickly, so quickly. Put that aside. This is the ball. There goes my dog. Case stuff. Always put it away. Seal it up. Put it in the box. A cord. I don't even know. Oh, the box fell over there. So that's for my CPU. That was for my CPU. I'll put all that away in a minute. I finished with this. To carefully fold it the way it was, put it back where it was. Shut the box up securely. That came off the motherboard, so that can go in the motherboard box. Just try and clean as you go. Like, I know if you look at my house or my property here, there's shit everywhere, eh? But just try and keep organised within your own mind. We're going to look at that. I hope we're still in frame. I'll just check the frame. Hang on. This is important to me right now because I want to see and have an idea in my mind of how we're going to orient the CPU cooling fan. So let's just get inside him. Which end? This end? No. Down here? Yes. Maybe. Like I say, not a fucking day goes by. Luckily all the important bits are already on this board. got me. Oh, here we go, here. No. This is crazy. That goes around. That right here. One of these ends. One of these. That goes right in. That goes right in. What about the sides? There. We keep going. We were looking at this. The camera keeps shutting off. I don't know what's going on there. Usually this camera goes forever until something drastic happens. Yeah, we're back. We are back. We're looking at the Corsair H60 cooling fan. What it does is, I'll spin this around and this is the top of the computer, this is the back of the computer, this is the front, this is where you sit over in that direction, this is the bottom. So this is the top, this is the back. This is the system, okay? They call this the pump. It already comes with thermal paste on it, so all you need to do is sit it straight on the CPU. Now the writing goes that way, Corsair. It's a Corsair H60 cooler, Hydro Series cooler. So with that sitting like that, I just want to see where these pumps want to... Okay, I could go like that out the top of the case, because what happens is your fan sits in there and it pulls air in. Or my other option is to go right here, right there, and have it coming in that way. So either way, I don't really care. But yeah, your fan goes against the radiator, just like a car really, and that's that. Then your fan plugs into a fan header. There's one there, there's two up there. Can't see the wires. Oh yeah, there it is, they're black. And these are the black wires for the pump. 3 pin. Yeah, 3 pin, so they can go in any of those. Just make sure you orient one with one. So I'm happy with that. That's going to work, but I'm not going to put this on until I've got the case together and I've got the motherboard in the case, because you don't want shit hanging off the board when you're trying to put it in the case. Okay, you want it as simple, as streamlined, nothing hanging off the edges, and it goes in the case, and there it will be its safest, most secure location. And then you can put the other shit on there, other stuff on there, fans and ports and blah 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 and stuff. So glad we got through that. A few interruptions along the way, but we're here now. I just saw my cat. I'll just show you my cat. His name's Jaco, and that would be him right there. Beautiful. So on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. Captain Zero, Camp Zero, Queensland, Australia. The dog's name is Bono. You've seen him, and we'll sign off for now, I think. Nice talking to you, YouTube. Goodbye.